Kia ora, Aquarius. Greetings. Hang on a moment. I'm just going to check to make sure the sound's working. It's right up there. Greetings. This is your reading for the full moon in your sign in Aquarius, which is happening as we are speaking here, really. Well, tonight. We'll see it. So let's get your cards out. Excuse my voice. I've had a bit of a throaty cold. So let's just get into it. Aquarius, and on this channel we always go through and clarify with a few other decks. So do like, share and subscribe. It really is a great thing and it helps me a lot. So let's see. To get these videos seen by more people, Aquarius. So, what's happening? We've come out here, Aquarius, with your card. We've got the Star. It's a beautiful healing card. It is a bridge, a gap, a conduit between yourself as an individual and the cosmos, the wider cosmos. We get themes of sort of Ganymede and the sort of moving of the ethers, and with the Star card, also dreams coming true. You might be feeling like you are actually at this time, you're sort of being released from some prior obligations, maybe for a period of time, because the Star is really all about healing and allowing yourself to step away into that between zone where you really are getting some great potentially, Aquarius, some great guidance at the moment. So we're feeling kind of free in that way. We then have, as I said, we always go through and clarify the Three of Swords. We know that's sort of about sorrow. So potentially, of course, we've all had sorrow in the past or in the present. Maybe in terms of, and for some Aquarians out there, in terms of your ability to focus on one thing at a time. I'm not saying that sorrow comes from not being able to focus, but we've got the Prince of Swords, which is, it's wonderful to have thoughts and ideas, to create thought forms. They can be very beneficial and carry you forth into what you want to really bring into the physical world. At the same time, with the Prince of Swords, there's a real fractionation of the mind. So there's no central focus. Sometimes there doesn't have to be. Let's just put it that way. So we seek out many and different options here before we move from that Prince of Swords into some other zone. There often is a reason and a process, obviously a process, but reasons for this prince being taken in many and varied directions. We then have a wonderful gift for you that you can make use of at this time. The Ace of Cups, emotional wealth. Using the emotions to, again, as I say, bring in certain things into form. You might be surrounded by a lot of people you enjoy at the moment. Many and varied things here. So let's go through and clarify. Let's go through and clarify with the Morgan Greer Aquarius. Let's look at the Star. The beautiful conduit healing. A healing card. Oh God. We get the Star again coming out. Yes, you are going through a process of healing. I would say this confirms that exactly. And Ace of Swords. You have great clarity of thought. So anything about that Prince of Swords running off in various directions, there is a purpose to that. Whether you know what it is currently or not, it doesn't matter. Ace of Swords, mental acumen, the ability to take that on, to take that one sword on. It's your truth. Simple as that. Three of Swords, it's called Sorrow in the Thoth deck. Three of Swords. This is the Emperor here. Maybe working within structures you find yourself, as we all do. I mean, this world is made up of systems and structures that we could relate to this Emperor, that are quite rigid, but there's a benevolent side to the Emperor, of course, as well. This could be your own Emperor. A sorrow within that. Or maybe just sorrows from the past, possibly of not fitting in to something that you don't really need to fit into anymore, Aquarius. Hence the Star card coming out twice, that you don't need to fit into. Attachments, dependencies. This can be physical, but it can also just be psychological, emotional as well. I say that because three cards just popped out, which pretty much sum something up here. We're looking at that Emperor with the Three of Swords. We have the Sun. Yeah, you've overcome that needing to fit in. You've overcome something within either your own Emperor or the systems and structures that you work within, or that you have to deal with, that present that to you, that sort of rigid, slightly rigid, demanding figure. You'll see what I mean here. We've got the Three of Swords again. You've shone the light on even if it's a backstory, if it's a past story, you've shone the light on that Three of Swords. And then we have the Devil, Le Diablo, attachments, dependencies, all of that sort of thing, codependency. And of course, then the next card we're going to clarify is that Prince of Swords, who, within the Devil as well, we create a lot of thought forms that we outgrow, that we go beyond, and that don't serve us. Let's look at the Prince. We get the Hierophant coming out, the Pope as it was. An understanding here. We've got the hand gesture that exists in the Ten of Swords also. We get given a key here. There's a purpose for, if you're rambling and riding around and just going in all directions, there's, clearly a purpose to it. Because in one of those directions, with one of those thought forms, whether it's something you've left behind, whether it's something you're creating right now, you're going to be given a key. And that key is going to be very helpful for your ongoing development, Aquarius. Your ongoing, can we say, expansion. Let's look at the Ace of Cups. Wow. Beginning of a whole new beginning, of a whole new cycle. Wow. Ace of Cups. We use it. We utilize that gift of emotional generosity and bounty, and that we see it around us, even though we retain a level of independence with the Nine of Discs in your garden, literally surrounded by birds and animals and all the lovely plants. Self-made card here. We then have Judgment. All the birds come home to roost, don't they? And they might be roosting at your place at the moment, which is nice. Judgment, natural law, it is talking about not anything more than that, but it's a big card. And the universe, the world with that, which is another big card, which heralds in a new beginning. This is just around the corner, if it's not occurred already. And the key in the Hierophant is literally a key to this new spin of the wheel, Aquarius. So we're going to get a Brian Froud. Pixie and Fairy. God. Oh, we've got too many. And then we'll get a little rock mineral crystal card for just a wee whisper of guidance over the next couple of weeks. Let's see. Oh, just far too many coming out. Far too many. We have Indy making a decision. You know what the decision is, whatever the decision is. There is a decision coming through here, but it might not be like, you know, some decisions happen very suddenly that you just have to make a choice or something. This isn't like that, because this process has been happening for a long time, and it's given time for your choice to be quite an easy flow. An easy flow is what I'm trying to say here, that it happens quite naturally with that Judgment card and the World and the Ace of Cups. So pretty lovely, Aquarius. And let's just get a little bit of guidance for the next couple of weeks in the form of just one card, if we can. In the form of just one card, rock mineral crystal. This is pretty strong kind of stone, moldavite. And we're looking at this in terms of healing, protection, telepathy, and connection. So we're seeing, Aquarius, you've been in a zone, whether it's at home, whether it's in movement, that you really are very well connected but protected at the same time. And I would imagine your intuition is very acute, very much in the foreground at the moment. On that note, thanks for joining me, Aquarius. Enjoy this full moon in your sign. And we'll see you next time round. Ka kite. Okay, bye.